Edward Thorndike was a famous educational psychologist who was interested in human learning. Influenced by the psychological principles of William James, Thorndike began his experiments by using cats as test subjects. Using a series of puzzle boxes which the cats had to solve in order to get a treat, Thorndike was able to alter the way that we consider animal learning and, by extension, human learning. These puzzle box experiments set the stage for his major theories and their laws, mainly connectionism. As the cats tried to find a way to solve the puzzle and obtain their reward, Thorndike observed that they employed a trial and error approach to solving their problem. He observed that their learning, as in human learning, was the response of stimuli and response association. How we activate stimuli determines how we achieve our desired response. Rather than achieving conditioned reflexes, trial and error allows us to sift out negative responses and employ only positive reactions to solve a problem. For Thorndike, all this was based on the law of readiness. The more willing the learner, the stronger the bond will be between it and the stimulus. Connectionism also depends on the law of exercise. The more practice there is between the stimulus and the response, the stronger the bond will be. All of this is largely dependent on the law of effect. In short, actions which produce positive responses are likely to be repeated in the future, and actions which produce negative responses are unlikely to be repeated. Over time, Thorndike repealed this last statement because he discovered that punishment did not necessarily curb bad behavior. Thorndike never claimed that his laws were absolute. For him, the human brain was too complex to be narrowed into such small boxes. Among a plethora of Thorndike's educational insights include the belief that feedback was crucial to the learning experience. Feedback helped to gauge positive and negative responses from which the subject could learn. Thorndike also believed in adult learning. Since education was a broad category that people engaged in at all stages of their lives, in his time, this was a revolutionary thought. Although Thorndike believed that biological differences affected men and women's learning capacities, heavily favoring men, he forever believed in creating positive social change, and he seems to have practiced it at every turn during his long and productive career. Thanks for listening.